Hey you, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Jenny Prachko from Owls and Indigo, and I make videos about journaling, the moon, spirituality, mental health and awareness, and my story. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. This video is all about October's monthly spirituality prompt. So I want you to get your journals out, and if you haven't seen it yet, go check out my monthly plan with me. You can see how I set up my journal for October this year. I'm super excited with the way that it turned out, and it's actually a brand new journal. I'd run out of pages at the end of September, and I was actually pasting a few into the end of my last journal, so it was definitely time for a new one. So if you want to see how I set up my October plan with me, I'll link that over here. But wait, don't go over there just yet. Make sure you watch this video so you can get October's spirituality prompt for the month. So what is October's monthly spirituality prompt? I want you to think about, what does faith mean to you? What do you have faith in? And have you ever taken a leap of faith? Now, for me, I always hated the word faith when I was growing up. Through my teen years, through my college years, and through my 20s. I hated the word faith. It had such religious overtones to it that I just did not like. I hated it. And it didn't resonate with me. So the definition of faith is actually complete trust or confidence in someone or something. It also has to do with trust, hope, optimism, and expectation. And I thought that was really interesting when I read the definition, because there are two definitions. There's this definition, the secular version, and then there's also the faith-based definition, which that's not what faith means to me. To me, faith is all about trusting someone or something. For me, faith is about trust and expectation of a future outcome or of a particular person. And for me, this isn't a blind faith or a blind trust. This is a rational trust. I don't believe in blind trust or blind faith. I think we should all use common sense when it comes to trusting something or believing in something. And so that's what I like to do. I have faith in people, science, the unknown, and then also faith in my personal experiences. I have walked many miles in my shoes, and I know what I've gone through, and I trust that. And also for me, my leaps of faith have all centered around love. And I was really surprised when I thought back about it and reflected on it, but all of the leaps of faith have been centered around love for me, which I think is incredibly amazing. So my first leap of faith was moving 300 miles away from home for the very first time for love. And that was a very scary experience, but it was such a big and exciting experience too. And I took a leap of faith to have trust in the person that I was moving with, and to expect that I was going to be treated in a certain way, which was just a normal, rational, caring way, full of kindness and understanding. And I had the expectation that we would work through our differences together, and that we would celebrate our joys and our trials together. And so far, we've done that. The second leap of faith that I took was trusting love and choosing love instead of fear. That one was incredibly hard for me, and I know that all relationships grow through this. And the specific things that I was afraid of are pretty common. I was afraid that my partner was going to leave me. I was afraid my partner was going to cheat on me. And these were all just stupid, irrational thoughts that I had, because they had given me absolutely no reason to think these things. And I was assuming these negative outcomes from a place of fear. And when I chose to consciously put my faith in them and to trust them, those fears eventually got smaller and smaller and smaller, and then were gone. And I now have complete trust in this person, and I have the expectation that they won't do this to me. And they have the same expectation for me, and it's just a trust. It's having faith in each other. And my partner used to always say something that would drive me crazy. You have to have faith in me, or you don't have any faith. And they didn't mean faith in terms of religion, they just meant faith in terms of trust. And that was a hard pill to swallow every time I heard that. And eventually I learned to trust love instead of fear. And when I trusted love, I was able to stop feeding that fear wolf. And the love wolf got bigger and stronger. And now my faith in my partner is incredibly solid, incredibly strong. And I have no reason to not trust my partner in many, many areas of my life. In fact, all areas of my life. Like, they are definitely going to be doing the best for me, and I'm going to be doing the best for them. And that's what relationships are about. It's about trusting and loving and just doing the best that you can for each other. The third leap of faith that I took was deciding to love myself and to get help for my mental health and to take the reins for my mental health. Before, I was really stumbling, and it took someone dragging me to get help before I could hear that I needed help. And it also took hearing that I needed help from a professional for me to listen and for my ears to perk up. And once they did, it was a real shock to my system. And I realized that even though I was afraid and I wasn't in a good mental state, that I still needed to do this for myself. And I chose almost immediately what I was going to do. And a few days later, I had already moved forward with my decision, and I took the reins for my mental health because no one else could do it. I knew what I was going through. I knew how I felt. I knew what I was losing. I knew what I had lost. And I knew that if I kept going down the road that I was going down, I was going to wither away, and that was kind of scary for me. So I had to put faith in my love for myself, and I had to put faith in trusting myself to get help, and trusting myself to realize when things weren't okay and when I needed to reach beyond myself for professional help or for the support of others. I found that learning to trust is an incredibly spiritual experience, and that's because you make the choice, and that choice connects you back to yourself. It connects you to your truest, most real and raw, honest self. It connects you back to your inner self. It connects you back to the essence of you. It connects you back to your spirit when you can have faith in something, whether that is a religion. There are people who need that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as you aren't trying to hurt someone, go ahead, have faith in religion. But for me, faith is all about trusting and expectation of someone or something. So what does faith mean to you? Do you have any experiences where you had to take leaps of faith? And what do you have faith in? I'd really love to know in the comments down below. And that is our monthly spirituality prompt. Make sure you journal all about what faith means to you, what you have faith in, and if you've ever taken any leaps of faith. And if you haven't seen it already, make sure you check out my October plan with me, which is where I'm going to be writing down my answers for this month's spirituality prompt. You can catch me over on Instagram at owlsindigo, that's where I am most, or over on owlsindigo.com, where I share weekly spirituality tips, little tidbits about the moon and how to move through the lunar phases with your goal setting, mental health and awareness, and my story. And also, if you're interested in goal setting and bullet journals, make sure you subscribe. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your time here with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.